Everybody come on in. Thank you for coming today. Man, there's like 10,000 people. Man, it's bigger than Bernie rallies. It's crazy. Everybody come on in, move this way. Do whatever you can, come on in. We'll get started shortly. Jill Stein's on the way, so it's gonna be a great rally. Wow. So, I guess I'll just say, where'd everybody come from? Anyone come from out of LA? LA County? Out of LA County? Where'd you come from? Antelope Valley's in the house. Who else is here? Who else is here? Where?
Can you keep your hands
Florida? Oh, no, just kidding. Damn, that's really good. Yeah, so San Bernardino's in the house. There we go. This is awesome. Orange County's in the house. Very good. East LA. East Los. Shout out Eastside Greens right there. Hollywood. Pico. All right. Highland Park. I saw Compton's in the house. There you go. What else is here? So I guess we'll just get it started to get things moving. First of all, I want to say thank you for everyone for being here today. It is an honor. I'm very blessed to run for Congress and represent all of you. And, you know, this is our second time running, and we're not going to give up until we win and until we are all free. Am I right? So I don't want to give up my whole speech, so I'm going to talk last. So we're going to start off with the ex-mayor. He's a Green Party mayor of Santa Monica. So I'm going to bring up Mike Fienstein.
So you wouldn't know it from the corporate media when they were bashing our presidential candidate Jill Stein last time by saying, oh, the Greens just run for president and they don't do anything from the bottom up. First of all, you guys being here in this campaign really shows what bottom-up politics is. And the thing is that bottom-up politics can win. One of the other things that and when we say the corporate media, including the DNC shows at MSNBC, they never report on the fact that we've won a lot of local elections. As a Green, I was a mayor in Santa Monica. I was on the city council there for 8 years. Since we started our party in California in 1990, we've elected over 350 people to local office in California. Yeah, and where is that? You know, where is that ever when they're covering? Well, when we had the first Hippie Earth Day, they always said think globally and act locally. Running locally is a way of acting locally. Just recently, the Green mayor in Davis, California was the guy who introduced the resolution there for their city to divest from Wells Fargo. Right, you all know why. You all know why. That was a Green mayor. That was a Green mayor. And part of the Resist Trump movement can be passing things on the municipal level and expressing ourselves on that local level of government. So the thing I just want to touch on is, having been at this since 1988, I've got the gray hairs to prove it, we actually have a strategy as a party to win in this system, because we're often told you got to vote for the lesser of two evils, but if you're always voting for the lesser of two evils, what do you get? You get the evil of two lessers, which is a lack of choice, which eventually leads people to go ahead with populist fascists like Trump, because there wasn't enough other voice there. So one, we run locally, and we get people elected locally. But on a higher level, we have the least democratic electoral system in any of the developed countries in the world. We elect people in large single-seat districts, which means a lot of money is necessary, and two, only one voice gets heard. And to represent a whole district, you really got to dumb it down so you can get enough votes to win. That takes away most of the diverse voices in our society before we get to the table of governing. So how do we have the rainbow democracy that is California, that is this room? How do we have that in our government first, and then let majority rule. You have that by having a system called proportional representation, where you elect many seats at the same time. And if a party gets 20% of the vote, they get 20% of the seats. Most of the countries that Bernie Sanders talked about that had single-payer health care and other progressive policies, they elected their people out of proportional representation systems. So the way that we get that here is, one, we run for local office and we win. We show we can govern, and then we say, why aren't Greens in state and national government? It's because of the electoral system, because clearly people think we have good ideas, and our city council incumbents get elected at about an 85 to 90% range. So we got a lot of exciting speakers, but I just wanted to make that point number one, that we have a strategy, and many cities are taking on ranked choice voting, which is what our reform is for president, where you could have, and if we had had ranked choice voting for president last time, somebody like Bernie Sanders would have run for president, Jill would have been his VP, Sanders would have eaten Trump's ass in the debates, and would have exposed him in a way that Hillary Clinton was chicken shit to do. I got one more point I'll make then, since they don't have the hanger on me. How many of you were a part of Occupy LA? Okay? Our Democratic mayor of Los Angeles at the time, Antonio Villaraigosa, coordinated with the mayors, Democratic mayors of 17 other cities to collectively shut down Occupy, so that when we went into the 2012 presidential campaign, there would be no voice talking about income inequality, so that Obama could then hit on Romney. Well, it backfired because they didn't champion the issue, and now we ended up getting somebody like Trump because there wasn't a political voice. They aren't our friends. They shut down the kind of activists the Democratic Party did that is behind this kind of campaign. And that's why we need our own political party. Thank you.
Give it up for Mike Fienstein. California Green Party right there. All right, all right. So if you all didn't know, Dr. Jill Stein's right here. But we'll keep it going. So right now, I'm going to bring up Yolanda Gonzalez. She represents Brand New Congress, and she was also a Bernie Sanders national delegate. Make some noise for Yolanda.
Sometimes more than I can handle. So give a shout out. You're on Viva Jill Stein 2020 right now. So yeah, after the grand disappointment that was being a Democratic delegate and then working for the beautiful Jill Stein, who really represents the real revolution. That the elderly don't have to live off of, you know it. I'm preaching to the choir here, but to know that Kenneth Mejiea will stand true to his convictions, to know that he's not going to sell out. There's no one else that I would rather be backing right now, and I want more of you to run. We need to run. The Green Party is the party of the people, and I have no doubt that we are. How many of you went to Bakersfield? How many were out there with Jill and the Green Party? That when we do this, we will be attacked left and right, but we are the resistance. We are the power of the people. So, Kenneth Mejiea, and I'm with you guys. Thank you all for coming out. Love
How's everyone doing? You feeling fired up? Man, there's so much green in the room. This is amazing. So much green. Man, this is amazing. So the next guest I'm going to bring up, she represents the Eastside Greens. Raise your hand if you're part of the Eastside Greens. Right there. The Eastside Greens have been knocking on doors in Boyle Heights, El Sereno, all the way to Cal State LA. They've been out there talking to the community. So right now we're going to bring up Ruby Avila. She's representing the Eastside Greens.
My name is Ruby Aguila. I'm a member of the Eastside Greens, and I just really want to talk to you guys about sanctuary cities. You know, okay, sanctuary city. Okay, so I want to talk to you guys about sanctuary cities, right? A lot of the people are out there in the streets, you know, and it brings, I was at the Immigrants March at the rally, and it was a beautiful sight to see so many people out there fighting for the people and, you know, really talking about the issues. Like, I saw this beautiful sign that said, you know, immigrants are the hardest working Americans I know, and to me that's true. But a lot of things that people don't understand, you know, I was an immigrant child. I came here when I was 4 years old, and I grew up in the OC. And a lot of us, we came here as 4-year-olds, we came here as babies, we came here as little kids. And none of us really knew that we were actually immigrants. You know, one day I asked my mom, like, hey, Mom, where's my social security? Where's my birth certificate? So I could apply to college, or I could apply for a job or stuff like that, right? And she told me, you don't have one. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, I don't have one, right? And that's when I found out that I'm not a resident. Well, I'm a resident now, but at the time I was an immigrant, right? And a lot of my parents like didn't tell me that, and that's what a lot of our students, our DACA students, are struggling with right now. They have no idea how they're gonna pay for school, or they pay for school, but it only covers so much. You know, like right now, my semester, I wasted $400 on just books. Like that's just books, right? And most of the students, they don't even get that. You know, even applying for scholarships, that's another portion that they can't be a part of, because you have to be a U.S. citizen or U.S. resident to even apply for these scholarships. So that's how much of a struggle it is for students, you know. And I feel that time, they're actually looking for scholarships and looking for how to pay for school should be spent on, you know, kids going to school, college students going to school. And a lot of people don't know this, but at Cal State LA, some of our students are literally living in their cars to keep going to school. And that's something we should be ashamed of, you know, because these students should be out there going to school, studying, you know, trying to get the good grades, trying to get a good education. And that's exactly what should be happening. And we should be ashamed of ourselves that that is not happening in our communities. You know, most of the students, I have a friend named John around here, I don't know where he's at, but he told me that gardeners are working like odd hours because they're afraid that ICE is gonna come and take them away from their families. You know, most of these immigrant communities from the Eastside Greens I actually talked to, and I canvassed in Mariachi Plaza, and we're out there talking to them, and they're scared that, you know, one day they're not going to come home to their families, that one day their mom or their dad or their sister might get deported, and this is a real issue for communities. They're scared that, you know, they might not be there with their families, like they're going to be separated. And that's something that, you know, sanctuary cities, it's a beautiful thing, you know, it's moral support more than anything, but we need something more like legalization, reformation, you know, people actually get citizenship status, because even like she said, our immigrant communities, that's what a lot of like the street vendors you see, they're elderly ladies, you know, they should not, I believe that they should not be working, you know, and those, they say that they're not Americans, I think they're as American as anybody else, you know, and they're not going to be able to get Social Security or Medicare, and this is the best way that I think should be, you know, legalization. And not a lot of people know this. Me as an immigrant student, and I came to be a resident, you know how much it is to actually pay to be a resident? It's $5,000. You think people have $5,000 to pay to become a resident when they're barely paying for their rent, or they're trying to make payments, or trying to make car payments, or anything else? People don't have that $5,000 just lying around so they can become a resident. People are worried about paying the rent, paying, you know, making there for their families. So, and then even to become a citizen, that's $700. People don't have that kind of money for each member of the community to be actually a citizen. And a lot of the benefits they will never receive. You know, Social Security, they say that Trump says that immigrants don't pay, that immigrants are a burden on the country. That's not true, because they pay most of the Social Security tax in the thing for us. Even for one of my professors told me that some of the money that comes from like the financial aid, that's actually unsecured money that immigrants have paid into that we receive. So it's I don't understand how people say that they're immigrants, that they're actually as American as we are. And that's, I really want to say, if there comes a time to push for legalization, reformation, we should, as people that can vote, we should push for that. And that's all I want to say. Thank you so much.